Come on, ready?
I'm ready. You're pouring stuff.
Yeah, live from your ESG squeegee boardroom. Does that make any sense? I was going for Ouija board.
Yeah, and then you put this S.
ESG, and then I got squeegee. I don't know where it came from. It's a Business Pants Friday show here at October 10th Studios featuring analyst Matt Moscardi.
Yeah.
On today's weekly wrap-up, Subway riders hate college dropout tech CEOs.
Really?
That's a mouthful. Ice makes you feel cold. And robot college dropouts. Robots that dropped out of college.
Really? We got our first robot college. Are they now a billionaire? Did they drop out because Alex Karp told them to?
Yeah, why do we need smart robots? Why can't they be dopey like their CEOs? Our show today is being sponsored by FreeFloatAnalytics.com, the only platform measuring board power, connections, performance for free. Okay.
I mean, you could bring more enthusiasm to that reading, that ad reading.
No, I'm ready for a new sponsor. Come on, people, reach out.
We're tired of our sponsor.
Yeah,
Let's not tell them that we're tired of them.
Well, I want to get a new sponsor. Then maybe Free Flow Analytics can be they could be the sponsor for the second half of the show.
Oh, good. Yeah, they're the post read. All right, let's jump into it. You look like you have a lot here. Let's do this.
It looks like that, but it's not true. Not true.
I don't know. It looks like a lot to me. A lot of stories.
No. In fact, you'll be proud of me that I actually got rid of a story about shareholder proposal no action requests. What's more boring than that?
There's like 4 people on Earth who care
I got rid of
about
that one. Story of the week. Let's start with CEO successions in the news. A lot of stories out about the Disney CEO, Bob Iger, stepping down. Here are the 2 early contenders. Josh DeMero, he's the chair of Disney Experiences, which I guess is what, the dopey parks?
Yeah, isn't that like Parks and Cruises?
The sneezes, the sneeze factories.
It's Bob
COVID
Chapek.
world.
It's Chapek.
Right, but Josh he's rugged and handsome.
So it's
That could be important.
It's Kendall, Bob Iger, part 2.
Just wait till you hear the next choice. It's a woman. The next choice is Dana Walden, co-chair of Disney Entertainment, which I guess is all the dopey like streaming, right? It's all the like programs.
No, isn't that everything we watch and see? Isn't that that seems to be very highly relevant, but there's no way she's getting it.
Oh, I don't know. In fact, listen to this headline. Jimmy Kimmel endorses Dana Walden as next Disney CEO. Quote, she's done a great job. So we don't usually get endorsements like this. Is like presidential race. I love this.
First of all,
Jeff Bezos wouldn't endorse a president in the U.S., but Jimmy Kimmel is coming through for us.
I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. I love a good endorsement.
I love this too.
This Jimmy Kimmel endorsing Dana Walden.
That means she won't get it.
Is a guarantee that she won't get it. That's like Barack Obama endorsing Hillary Clinton. It's not that she's not qualified.
Oh, she's qualified.
It's just that she's never, ever going to get it.
Yeah, but it seems like the CEO should come from programming and not like the dopey cruises. I mean,
well, the reason why it tends to come from cruises and parks is because they make all the money.
Nobody cares about them.
The money comes. And
any moron could run a cruise ship.
Also, Josh, honestly, if he's up in the running, we should be really angry. They just announced they're raising the prices at Disney parks
on
cruises.
Everything.
And there have been like multiple stories this year about how the parks are unaffordable for anybody except for like single nerds in tech jobs who can afford like a $20,000 vacation to a Disney park. Like,
yeah, but I like Josh. He's a white guy. He's got nice white teeth. Come on, he's the right guy. All right, moving on. Other CEO successions in the news. Remember, the first story is CEO successions. Tim Cook, they're saying, is maybe about to step down. The likely successor named by Bloomberg is the head of hardware, John Turnus. He's also kind of a nice square jaw, a rugged dude.
I like it's a move to the rugged dude. It's a rugged dude movement.
It would break the East Asian theory going on over in the tech world because there actually are 2 they could pick from. There's the CFO and the COO are both East Asian executives over there at Apple.
Yeah, but that only applies when it's a founder or outsized personality. Tim Cook was the East Asian man. He was just the gay from quiet Alabama version. Yeah, But honestly, all of these are like, aren't these hand chosen by the CEOs? Why isn't this coming out of the nomination committees who are saying like, this is our short list?
And finally, a succession that already happened. Verizon names its lead director. Yes, the increasing power of the lead independent director, Daniel Schulman, as the next CEO. I think he's already taken over. Dan Schulman was the dude he was the former CEO of PayPal.
I think you mean the joke of the lead independent director. That it's a joke, right? Like you're not independent if you are in line to be the CEO.
Executive. It's basically an executive.
You're an executive.
Yeah. So that's the first story of the week, CEO succession. The second one is all this stuff going on at Paramount and CBS. Here's the headline that I chose. Forget DEI. Bari Weiss is proof that merit does not matter. So here's a woman taking over CBS News who has no broadcasting experience, but you know, whatever. And this other headline that kind of sums up this pretty well is Paramount's Bari Weiss deal a Trump deal? We can't tell, and that's the problem. So some are suggesting that this is a nod to Trump or to MAGA world by putting in a woman who is known for being anti-woke over there. Remember, this is the Ellison Empire now, right? This is the David Ellison's game.
Is this a suggestion that MAGA will start watching CBS News? Like it's
I don't really know or care.
Like, be real. Like they only get their news from Fox News. They are not going to CBS News, even if CBS News starts to get like anti-woke and conservative. It's not going to happen.
The funny thing about CBS is that it's known to be kind of the misogynistic, manly network for years because they're the network that does like a lot of the cops and FBI. They did like
all the Fox,
all the schlock like
all the procedural
cop shows,
and
all the schlock like 2.5 Men, and like they've been doing that for decades. Like they're kind of known for this bro world. Like I can't think of a regular educated person that's even watched CBS for decades.
But do you want to know how I know that no one's going to watch CBS News if this is a Trump deal anyway? Like the whole thing is pointless and you guys are kneeling to the king and the king's not even looking at you. Is Newsmax, that's right, Newsmax, the publicly traded further right, super conservative
further right to
news
Fox
outlet,
News.
to Fox News. Is suing Fox News for having an ideological monopoly. That's what they're actually asserting in the lawsuit.
That's weird.
Because no one goes to Newsmax. They just watch Fox News.
Is that Fox News' fault? Is that their problem now?
That's what it's like. I don't even know how you assert that. I don't even know what the law behind that is. Like,
all right, that's the second story of the week. Third story of the week. How about this? Maybe this only interests me. We talked for many weeks. We've been talking about the Cracker Barrel story, right? This supposed uproar over the change of their sign at a failing restaurant company, right? They took away a barrel or something, or they took away a character who had a beard. I don't even know what they did.
Crusty old guy, yeah.
Everyone got mad. The CEO, everyone's yelling at the CEO, including the former CEO, is yelling at the current CEO. But here's the story. Cracker Barrel's logo controversy was driven by bots. According to the research, nearly 50% of the posts on X and Twitter about the Cracker Barrel controversy were posted by bots. This scares me. This is the world we live in now. This scares me.
We're effectively foreshadowing one of my assholiest of the week.
And remember the whole like when Elon Musk was buying Twitter, he was angry about all the bots on Twitter.
Yeah, he was going to kill all the bots. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was.
Excellent point.
Because he was showing off like how he's smart enough to figure this out, right?
The bots. Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, this is the craziness of the Robbie Starbuck MAGA, this anti-woke world, It's
not just
something.
You know what?
It proves something that I have long believed, that I don't think Americans are this hateful and dopey. I think it's just a few trolls out there who generate all this media attention, probably from the likes of the Fox News, the Newsmax, the CBS News, and they're able to kind of change our culture very kind of quietly because they get stuff like this, like bots.
Well, there was a study, this is years ago now, maybe 4 years ago, where like the vast majority of like conspiracy theories on Facebook came from like 3 accounts or something like that. It was something like the amplification and the bots they use. That notwithstanding, I don't think it's like a bot problem. I think it's that people need to get offline. I think we're moving into a space where it's like, stop on the social. It's not social. If 45% of what you saw about Cracker Barrel was bots, that means you're not having a social interaction. You're having a robot interaction.
Think about that. Yeah.
Think about that. That's
it's
nuts.
designed, and it's intentionally designed to make you nuts. It's
make you angry. It's robots who are literally poking you with a stick.
You angry.
It's robots poking you with a stick.
Robots telling you that a failed restaurant company should do nothing to try to change its image or try to get more customers.
Yeah, not a thing. It should not appeal to anybody else.
And that by having a new sign, it's basically the equivalent of the Black Panther Party taking over, like just by changing the sign.
It's really bananas.
Stupidity.
You know, Domino's just changed its logo. Like,
does anybody care? Yeah.
And nobody cared. In fact, you know what I saw? I saw a Fox News report of Domino's changing its logo. What the background of the news report, the B-roll in the news report, was only Cracker Barrel. like they were talking about how Domino's did it right, and then pivoted to spend the entire time talking about Cracker Barrel.
Domino's did it right. Nobody cares about the logos of any of these companies.
They changed the logo from a pizza box to a domino, and that was apparently correct. I don't like. Why is that not woke? It's multicolored.
When you're asking your buddies on a Friday night, like, do you want to go out for burgers? Do you want to go get a beer? No one's considering the logos of the places they're choosing.
You know what else they're not considering? Playing dominoes. Like, I don't know. Like,
I'd like to play dominoes. That sounds fun.
Come on.
And it's the 4th story of the week. Maybe something only I care about, but it kind of goes into our zeitgeist of the world here that we cover. I don't know if you saw this. There's a bunch of headlines on this. Let me give you 3 of them. AI friend startup overwhelmed with hatred.
Is Friend the name of the company?
Friend's the name of the company. Cocky AI CEO does photo shoot in front of his Subway ads that got relentlessly vandalized. And CEO who plastered AI ads all over Subway system, afraid to talk to real New Yorkers face to face. Okay, so this is about this campaign in New York City run by this AI startup company called Friend. And here's what the horrible company is. They have an AI gadget which is designed to constantly listen to you via a microphone and send snarky AI text to your smartphone. Okay, this is the actual company. This is the company run by a 22-year-old Harvard dropout. Yes, another one named Avi Schiffmann. So we had this major campaign in the subways. It was completely vandalized, as they would be. I mean, to be fair, most ad campaigns are vandalized in the New York City subway system. But here are some of the things they wrote on the ads. They wrote in Befriend something alive. AI wouldn't care if you lived or died. AI will promote suicide when prompted. It is not your friend. So anyway, this is what's going on there.
Did you ever see the movie 12 Monkeys from like 1994?
A long time ago, yeah. I've been meaning to watch that again, actually. Why is that? Why do you mention that?
Because it's basically, it sounds like, there were all these, campaigns, ad campaigns for like with this monkey on it. It was some like revolt, and there was graffiti everywhere saying like that the revolution is coming.
Good.
Doesn't it sound, aren't we living this now? Are we living this?
Listen to our shows. Go to our website, freeflowanalytics.com. Vote out directors at meetings. Come on, get involved with the alternative democracy. I love that people are taking to the subways and writing their comments, but there's a lot of other ways to get involved. Know who your CEOs are. Know who the board members are. Call it out. Say it. Come on.
I'm just totally shocked that he dropped out of college. I don't know,
that is the shocking part.
That is the shocking part. All right, so I've got 4 stories.
Yeah.
CEO successions, merit doesn't matter, Bari Weiss is proof, Cracker Barrel's controversy driven by bots, and AI friend startup overwhelmed with hatred. It's hard for me.
But at least it was like it wasn't bots. It was people with Sharpies, right? It was real people. It was social.
Real people. It wasn't
right.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had to physically write on the wall, right? Like you had to write something down.
It's very Gen X, right? It's manual. It's very.
I'm going to get rid of the bots one because I'm going to cover it. I'm going to give it to you as an option for Ask Holiest of the Week. Plus, I don't care about it anymore. I hate everything. Merit doesn't matter really is like catnip to me. But I don't know that I want
no broadcasting experience.
It's just
imagine that. Imagine running CBS News with no broadcasting.
Somehow
experience.
like Bari Weiss would be the ultimate DEI hire, right? Like this is what they accuse DEI hires of.
Gay. She's gay. She's a woman.
She's a gay woman with no experience doing the thing that they hired her to do.
Except, of course, she hates gay rights. So
like the irony is really thick because that is exactly what they say DEI hires are. But when the conservatives do the DEI hire, then it makes sense to them. Then
when
it's
like,
ideological,
it's fine. Yes,
it's ideologically not a DEI hire, so it's fine.
And this is part of their weird world, where they assume every woman is a rabid feminist, and every black man is part of the Black Panther Party. Like these are their assumptions, not ours.
Like we have a database full of directors who like we've tagged as having merit on paper, like experience in their industries, PhDs, like connections and capital invested in these companies, long board histories, leadership roles, all of the stuff. And somehow Paramount landed on the one actual DEI hire they could have made, and no one cares that it's a DEI hire.
Yeah.
Like it's
that
an what do you call an ideological DEI hire? What is that? Is the I in DEI ideological? Is that what it is?
You do spell Barry with an I, so I don't know.
All right, I'm going with that one. I was going to skip it. I'm going with that one.
Really? No CEO succession for you. I guess we haven't... it hasn't happened yet. We haven't heard the new Apple CEO or the new Disney CEO, but it is exciting. Apple and Disney are like top
drop
dogs.
out doing dumb stuff in a subway. It just feels dumb to me. So I'm not even going to.
What do you got? Let's get out of this.
That. All right, let's go. Let's go do some Goodly. We're on Goodliest.
Oh, good. I found a lot of Goodliest this week.
I have one, but it's actually 5 headlines in one.
Well, so you want me to do mine first, or what
do yours first because you actually have less.
I like all mine. First of all,
it was a good week. Actually.
Andrew Cuomo, he's running for mayor in New York City. He warns that his rival,
Mamdani,
Zohran Mamdani, he's warning voters that his rival's tax plan would trigger a mass exodus of New York City's wealthy, which I just think is
you actually
funny
enjoy that. That's
because I think that's kind of why they're voting for Mamdani. I mean, what are we doing here, Cuomo? Like, I think that's what a lot of people are fed up with in New York City. It is really hard to live in New York City if you're not rich. It is really, 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 really hard. So
it's impossible.
Why does he think people will be angry if the billionaires start leaving? I don't really get that part. But anyway, that made me giggle.
When they look up at Billionaire Row, which is actually a giant tower in like Central Park,
get a better campaign
when they look
slogan.
up there, it's just going to be vacant. Like, and they're going to be upset about that. They're going to be normal people are going to be like,
Cuomo,
where are billionaires?
This is not going to work. You better get back to the drawing board. These next ones are for you. I know you love when this stuff happens. First of this is a headline about sustainable air conditioning. It says buildings are turning to ice batteries for sustainable air conditioning. And Matt, is it ready for how simple this is? At night, they make a bunch of ice and they put it in the building so that no, I'm serious.
Wait,
so that it cools. It keeps the building cool as it thaws during the day.
That's called an ice box. We did that in 1916.
How much do you love that?
I love that.
It's so much better for the environment. They do it at night when the electricity rates are lower. I mean, it all makes beautiful sense.
What's amazing about that is we spent like a year and a half talking about a repeat story of how they've transformed shipping. The shipping industry had this massive problem with carbon emissions. And in order to solve the problem of carbon emissions, they invented this new technology. It was called sails.
Yeah, wind.
And that is not an exaggeration or a joke. They literally were talking about how they made sails for climate change.
Yeah.
And now we are doing ice boxes for cooling. Tell me you've got another one.
Pepsi's plan to boost sales of Lay's potato chips using real potatoes.
That one actually, you know what that one feels like? You remember the ad with like the hamburger in the Super Bowl? Like there was like a Burger King ad.
No,
they did like this Burger King ad, and they showed like a burger turning into mold, and they were like, now there's no preservatives in our burger. What the ad actually suggested was
it used to turn
how
into
much
mold.
shit was in there before. Like that it's molding is now like a good thing.
Well,
like
to be fair, Lay's they don't really taste like potatoes. They taste like kind of like salty, greasy, like crunchy things.
Well, they're not getting rid of the salt or the grease. They're just using potatoes to put it on.
And then my favorite Good Lay's headline of the week by far, maybe because I'm a bit taller than the average person. WestJet now charges passengers to recline seats on new Boeing 737.
No.
I love this so much because I can't. Look, I have to fly economy, and I'm just about that height. I'm 6'2". That if anyone reclines, I'm dead meat. You cannot recline in front of me. I cannot move. I cannot breathe. I love this.
This is worstliest of the week. I hate
this is great. This is the best.
I just hate that they're charging you for everything. Pretty soon they're going to charge you, like they're going to blow polluted air on
oxygen,
your face, but like nice air on someone else's face. You paid an extra $10 for air you can breathe.
And I'll be honest. How about this? I'll be honest. I don't even care. You don't have to charge people to recline. You should just fine people if they recline without turning around and like warning me or just saying something polite like, sorry, I'm about to recline. Do you mind? Because I always say yes, go ahead. I hate the people who go right back super hard, super fast. They don't even warn me.
The best is when they do it before you've taken off and then you knowing that they're going to have to put their seat back up.
Despite the fact they hear me groan, they hear me like they hit my knees. I kick back. They don't even care. They don't say anything. They should charge them. Fine those people.
I think they should just charging people by height instead, rather than not allowing reclining.
Good. Charge the short people. Charge the short people.
No, for being too tall, you should.
I'm not even that tall. It's just the planes suck. All right, go ahead. What do you got for Good Lay's?
I have one with 5 headlines.
Good.
Shareholders. For the first time ever, I'm going to say shareholders are Good Lay's of the week. And I'm going to contradict myself later, but. These are the headlines that I pulled that I liked. Shareholder group calls on United Health to decouple CEO from board chair. Shareholders are doing that. Good.
Yeah.
Battle over Elon Musk's trillionaire pay package builds as pension funds face off against Tesla. Shareholders fighting back. Finally, something.
So. Yeah.
ESG investment practices see backlash, but no abandonment in sight, says a survey.
The woke, the political theater of that doesn't seem to be working.
Bloodthirsty activist investors are set to take down a record number of CEOs this year, Barclays says.
Okay. All right.
Good. Take it down, baby.
I hate that you need activist investors to do that. I think that you should listen to all investors. It's good.
But we know that when an activist is involved, shareholders actually, for the first time ever, do due diligence on the board or the management of the company, including Wells Fargo faces activist call for independent board chair. Like, that's an activist. They're probably going to get it because an activist is involved. I love it. Those are mine. So shareholders. So who's the good list?
It's obvious. Ice batteries.
Yeah.
Come on. That's the best.
All right. All day long, ice batteries.
Just keeping people cool.
We're making good time today. Flying. Let me slow us down a bit. Asshole is of the week.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
First asshole is self-inflicted wounds.
I don't know what that means.
So here's what I did this week. I've got like a theme, and they're basically 5 to 7 headlines that just this week were on that theme.
Good.
And I find those themes insipid.
Good. I like themes. Like Halloween.
Self-inflicted wounds.
I like themes. Yeah.
Listen to these headlines. This is what America's doing to itself. Trump wind energy assault stings red states.
Well, that makes sense because isn't most of the capturable wind in this country like in the plains and stuff? Like, it's not like, right?
You fucking morons. Like,
there's a lot of wind out there. There's a lot of,
You're hurting yourself. Like, they're focused on shutting down a wind farm off the coast of Rhode Island, which is in New England if you're not from here.
Yeah.
But there's all these lawsuits, and it's in the news all the time. But it turns out
he hates wind.
When you stop funding wind, it's not Rhode Island that gets hurt. It is like a whole bunch of reds. Like Texas has the most wind power in the country. Like it's insane. How about this? As Trump champions fossil fuels, the world is betting on renewable energy. Coupled with this a headline, the climate economy is delivering. CEO climate leaders publish open letter ahead of COP30, meaning they're making money.
This is all I've ever said. This is all I've ever said to the idiot oil bros in Texas. Like, fine, you made all your money on oil, but you can still diversify and make money in other directions.
Make more money.
Just make money
it on something else.
Make it from wind, make it from solar. Like, stop it.
So while this country is like busy trying to pivot the Titanic back to coal somehow, everybody else is making shit tons of money on new technology, right? What are we doing? And then this one drove me nuts. Mark Carney's shift from climate change warrior to fossil fuel cheerleader.
No, that's the Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah, Mark Carney, I saw him at conferences. He used to be all climate changey and climate crisis.
Why is this? Because he's kissing up to Trump? Is that it?
Now that he's the Prime Minister of Canada, where Canada is an extractive economy, now he's all like, well, fossil fuels are great. We should be doing them. We should do more of them. Like, shut up, Mark. Like, stick with one. Like, have a fucking principle. Like, have one principle.
There's an article in The Guardian yesterday with a headline, more than 40 Trump administration picks tied directly to oil, gas, and coal.
Yeah, 40. I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Well, here pivoting off of climate, here's one. Trump Labor Department says his immigration raids are causing a food crisis.
Well, I mean, but this
we all knew this was coming.
We warned about this we knew this was happening, right?
We knew this.
Yeah.
These are self-inflicted wounds. What are we doing?
And we've known for almost like decades now what the American workers are no longer willing to do. The traditional American workers. Yeah.
Anything that it has dirt involved in it, the Americans are like out on. And speaking of dirt, Trump just threatened massive tariffs again against China. Markets are way down today.
Minerals and stuff. Yeah.
And this headline was from yesterday. America's soybean farmers are panicking over the loss of Chinese buyers. We put tariffs on them already. They said, fine, we're not buying your soybeans. They've already replaced American soybeans with Brazilian and other soybeans. So now they don't need our soybeans anymore. We lost that market. That market's gone. So unless Americans start eating soy sauce and edamame
I love that
masse.
Stuff. Yeah, they should be, by the way. Edamame is very healthy.
It's
good
delicious.
Protein. Yeah.
But there's no way, like, Americans have to pivot to a vegetarian diet in order to cover the amount of soybeans that we're making.
Beef prices are surging, but so why not?
But now we're in a position where those farmers are just going to go out of business. They're just gone. Like, because we're threatening more tariffs, they're gone. That's it. Yeah. And we can't. And Trump is so fucking just feckless and stupid that he was going to buy off the farmers with a bailout after bailing out like Venezuela or Argentina. He's going to buy off the farmers here. And the government's shut down. He can't buy them off. They can't get their money.
God.
It's brilliant. It's all self-inflicted wounds. And finally, judge restricts ESG use in American Airlines 401k plan.
Yeah, I've seen this one. Just tell me what's going on here.
All right, so the judge is Reed O'Connor. We've actually talked about that judge on this show a couple of times because it's the judge that Elon Musk has personally shopped for. He's not in his jurisdiction in Texas.
Oh, he's the dude, yeah.
But he's the guy that Elon Musk likes because this is the same guy who said employers should be allowed to discriminate on the basis of gender if they have a religious exception. Gays shouldn't be allowed to marry. He was like one of the judges who basically ruled that gays couldn't marry, and it was overturned.
God forbid, yeah.
He blocked COVID vaccine mandates. He that was him. This guy is like a textbook picture of a MAGA Texas guy,
he's your
but
dude.
He's been in it that way forever. That's his way.
He's the guy to go to.
So a member, a small group of conservatives who are part of American Airlines 401k plan sued American Airlines because they said that they were ESG ideologically invested in the 401k because they used BlackRock and
this is the
they
true
didn't want to
political
be.
theater. The true political theater.
It's unbelievable. And this judge, the final ruling now is this judge came to that yes, American Airlines was ideological, that they are no longer allowed to use ESG. They're not allowed to use G.
But this isn't even like normal capitalism anymore. I mean, what? That's just stupidity. I mean, what are we doing?
This, despite the fact that in the ruling,
he said whatever they want, and he said
the class did not prove that they lost any money as a result of using ESG data. They could not prove that there were any causal reasons to lose money.
How about this craziness too? That things like renewable energy, like wind, like solar. That's not liberal. That's not left. That's not political. It's not ideological. It's just or like ice batteries. That's not like the work of Zoran Mamdani. People,
ice is
get over
socialist.
it.
Wind is socialist.
ESG is not. It's not anything. It's not any
data.
of that.
It's
just
data.
Stuff.
So congratulations, self-inflicted wound. You won your lawsuit, and now American Airlines, your 401k plan, cannot use data to do anything.
I don't even know how that's legal. I don't get that, how that's legal.
Because Judge Reed O'Connor of the 5th District of Texas has decided that it's basically he ruled against gay marriage just in your portfolio. That's what he's decided. Cool. So, number one, self-inflicted wounds. Number two.
What else?
Idiot robots. This one's going to trigger you because you already talked about Cracker Barrel driven by bots, right? You talked about that.
Yeah.
Here's a couple more just from this week. MIT researchers studied 16 million election-related AI responses. They found chatbots are sensitive to steering, raising questions about LLM's neutrality. Basically, depending on the chatbot you talk to and who built it and what it was built on, they just push you towards an ideology. They push you one way or the other.
Yeah, of course, because they're written by dopey men,
dopey people, right?
Like tech bros and yeah.
So
at companies where they're run by dictators. I mean,
college dropout dictators.
There's no counterbalance. Like it's just the dictators.
Do you remember when you were in college, like casting your first vote, like being excited for the first time you could vote?
Yeah,
right?
Bill Clinton. Yeah.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg didn't get to cast his first vote, did he? Like he dropped out of college, and he already had Peter Thiel sitting on his shoulder before he could even cast his first vote.
Okay.
Here's one. Japanese farmers send out automated laser drones to defend chickens.
Okay, what you got to explain that.
Does it need
or
more
maybe you don't have to. Actually, maybe you don't have to explain that.
It doesn't
one.
really
Automated
need
laser drone to defend
There's
chickens.
basically a drone company that is the implemented drones that fire a dazzling array of red and green lasers. And scare off whatever's attacking a chicken.
Like the foxes or whatever? Yeah. The owls?
Like,
okay.
That's what we're doing? Like, what happened to scarecrows? Like, did we have, was this a big problem before?
Hey, I actually have a background in this. As someone who worked 2 summers at an organic egg farm, you also don't have to have a farm that's so big that you can't hire people that can just go and look at the chickens and walk around. That's what we did. That's one of the things we did.
We looked at the chickens, right?
You don't have to turn farming into like factory work.
You don't need drones to shoot lights.
No, you really don't. You just need one dope like me to go out there and check on things.
Tesla investigated over self-driving cars driving on the wrong side of the road. Also facing...
How does that happen exactly?
That seems like the only thing you should get right.
I would think that's like one of the first things that you can program is like, car, there's these 2 yellow lines in the middle of the road, and like you don't cross over that.
That seems pretty
Unless
simple.
You're in England. You can cross over in England.
They're also facing a U.S. auto safety probe after reports that full self-driving ran red lights and caused collisions.
Well,
so
that's
they're
what
like flying through a red light,
right?
and everybody else is crashing. These are idiot robots. People.
Another reason to hate Teslas. I always thought the only reason to hate Teslas is because of their owner, but this is another reason. They run red lights.
Yeah. Well, here's a reason to hate everything. Ex-Google CEO Eric Schmidt. Eric Schmidt of defense contracting startup Eric Schmidt warns AI models can be hacked. They learn how to kill someone. That was what he had to say about that.
I don't like that.
There's another robots.
Along that line, there was a headline: "Godfather of AI says we're barreling straight toward human extinction."
Yeah, no, that's always fun. I like barreling.
But let's let Sam Altman raise some more money and put out another Chat GPT or.
If I could barrel in any direction, which is the opposite direction of human extinction? That's generally the question I ask.
Yeah.
And number 3, I know I said investors are a goodliest of the week, and it didn't win.
Oh, now you're contradicting yourself?
Now I'm contradicting myself because investors don't even vote. On the Proxy Countdown, our other show, you can listen to the full thing. There were 3 surveys released in the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. 2 of which were released this week. A survey of executives, survey of directors, and a survey of investors. The executives and directors were surveyed by PwC, investors by Morningstar.
So these are actual companies. This isn't like you walking around with a microphone.
This wasn't like 7 bots surveys. Asking 7 other bots what they thought about investing. Executives said, and we've covered this already, 93% of executives say at least one director should be replaced.
That is just a remarkable statistic.
78% said 2 or more should be replaced.
That's maybe even more remarkable.
It's insane.
78%. So they could be thinking maybe 4 directors need to go, maybe 6.
2 or more.
Maybe everybody but me.
Everyone but everyone else. Yeah. Directors themselves this year, in the survey that was released this week, 55% of directors think at least one other director should be replaced on the board.
Yeah, but a caveat to that is that they said it's because they don't like the smell of their lunch. They don't like their tuna fish.
Yeah, they got to stop it with the tuna salad. 7% of directors, which is nearly 1 in 10 directors, and the average S&P 500 board is 10 directors. 7% of directors said more than 2 directors should be let go.
I've had this theory that no one's picking up on, that every year there should be I call it an opportunity for refreshment. Every board should target the lowest hanging fruit, the worst performing director, maybe the most conflicted director, whatever you want to do, and call it an opportunity for refreshment. Get that person off. Maybe you get someone with cybersecurity risk. Maybe you get someone who comes from academia, maybe because you need that kind of oversight. Whatever it is, it's an opportunity for refreshment. And you know what? The directors and executives absolutely agree with me.
Yeah, they totally agree with you.
That means after 10 years, you'd have a full board refreshment.
You know who disagrees with you though?
Voters,
investors.
No, I don't think they disagree. I just think they're just dopey. They're slow. They're dullards. They watch too much Netflix.
The Morningstar report that came out.
They do too many gummies.
That came out this week. The Morningstar report of investors. Only 35% of asset owners that they actually talked to said they voted at all.
Yeah, because they're doing too many gummies and watching too much Netflix.
To put that in perspective, did you know that Syria's voter turnout is 37%?
Yeah, of course I do. Everyone knows that.
Investor voter turnout is worse than the country of Syria?
Don't make fun of Syria.
I'm not. It was. What democratic elections have they had recently? Right?
That's true.
Come on. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
This is horrifically bad. Investors.
Stop doom scrolling on Instagram and exercise your right to vote.
Do your fucking job. Don't wait for an activist to do it.
Although to be fair, Matt, what's the turnout in the actual
70% in the U.S.
presidential elections?
Presidential election.
But what about off term election? They must be way lower,
12,
right?
4 guys.
Okay, so there is a bit of a democratic problem in general in this country, despite the fact that we're all screaming about losing our democracy. But yeah, okay, I hear you.
But do you want I don't want to step on Proxy Countdown where we're going to go over the surveys. There's more data in the surveys that is equally as disturbing, and we'll go over it there. So go get that show. But it is insane to compare what.
So what are your assholes I can vote on?
Your self-inflicted wounds, idiot robots, and investors not even voted that don't even vote. It's not really an asshole of the week. It's just the surveys came out this week.
You know me, I am tempted to do the investors. You always put investors up, and I always kind of ignore them. But
this is the week. This proxy season kicks off shortly. So let's
see. This is okay. Idiot robots. This is evergreen now. This is our new culture. So that I don't know if that's a thing that's happening this week. The one that gets me is because we're in the government shutdown here in the United States. I'm leaning towards these self-inflicted wounds. I like this.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, you do you. I don't know that I agree with you.
Okay. Well, what are we even agreeing on? What does it even matter? I mean,
no one cares.
Let's be real here. Is that all the assholes you present are always assholes. Like, it would be more interesting if I was like, no, I don't think that thing's an asshole, but they're all assholes.
Yeah, they always are. Yeah, you can't.
So
you can't
what does
lose.
it matter?
You can't lose, but you can win. All right, let's do. This is we're making good time.
Flying.
Headlines,
like
winners, predictions.
Like
we're flying through this. Let's finish this off.
I have two headliniest, both with percentages, and one is kind of a lead into your headliniest. So I'm going to go first. First, this scary stat, and I'm not even going to list all the horrible things that his companies do. In fact, I will list one. There was a report. I'm stalling to find the report. There was a report from ProPublica today. Here's the headline. Elon Musk's boring company accused of nearly 800 environmental violations on Las Vegas project. 800!
Yeah. That's
Eight
a lot.
Would be too many. 8 would be too many.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
But headliniest of the week, Elon Musk's wealth now dwarfs the GDP of 83% of countries. If that's not enough for investors to band together and fight his pay package, I don't know what's enough. That
but Damien,
alone
he's shareholder value. He's worth it. That turns
second,
out.
Yeah.
So we're saying they announced their big announcement was they're releasing cheaper cars. It's not like
an affordable car that's not even that affordable. I'm looking at the prices. It's not affordable.
So actually, a month ago, when you could get the federal tax credit before Trump killed the federal tax credit, the cars that you could buy a month ago were cheaper than his cheap cars are now. Yeah, and he stripped out stuff from the cheap cars
because the guy that he helped get elected.
So you're buying like a shittier version of the car you could have bought one month ago for more money than you would have bought that car.
I'm relatively convinced that without Elon Musk's support during the last year's election campaign, I don't actually think Trump would have won. He legitimized him. Elon Musk legitimized Trump in so many different directions that he might have actually pushed him over the top. So congratulations, Elon.
And he's got the wealth of 83% of countries, so he's not upset.
And if you're a Tesla investor, you should be ignoring those sales figures because
we've
they're
been
going to go right
talking
back
about Tesla as a meme stock for 3 years. Like when people were like, "It's the greatest company ever," we said it's a meme stock. That's all it is. And now everyone's talking about it like it's a meme.
But here's my second headline because I always love when Jamie Dimon has.
He said something.
He has genius things to say, and it's a perfect lead into your headline. Markets look unstoppable, but J.P. Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon sees a 30% chance of a correction. Quote, "I'm far more worried than others." I just love that he's so smart that he can't. It's a 30% chance.
Yeah, 30. That's.
I mean, how brilliant are you that you were able to ballpark it so clearly?
Let's just throwing out a number. Like it could have been 27%. It could have been 4%. But
what does it even mean? A 30% chance is basically a flip of the coin. No, like what does that even mean?
Less than that, right?
Is he just saying that sometimes something can happen, sometimes something else can happen? Is that what he's saying?
That's what he means. Yeah. That there are some times,
like sometimes it's rainy and sometimes it's sunny. Is that
occasionally? Yeah, we love it.
30% chance.
We love it when you watch like local weather and they're like a 20% chance of rain and then it pours all day and then we're angry. But when Jamie Dimon says there's a 30% chance of a market correction, market correction being what? He didn't say how big of a correction. He didn't say he just said
he's
there's
far
a 30% chance that the market could go down a little bit. And then today the market's down, so he could actually say, "See, I told you," right? Like, and when he says
I'm far more worried than others, does that mean he's 30% more worried? What does that mean exactly? How much?
Well, that means that they're 20% chance of a market
Speaking
correction.
of 30%, what do you have?
I've got
30% chance. What's your
two headlines? An outer space edition for me.
Yeah.
Both outer space related. Speaking of 30%, astronomer estimates 30 to 40% chance mysterious interstellar object is alien craft disguised as a comet.
First of all, how great is it that we have two headlines that have a 30% chance of something? I just love this. And how great is that one is basically a recession, and the other is an alien craft disguised as a comet. These are two wonderful things to look forward to, no?
This is the astronomer is actually I think he's multiple times called things a high percent chance that that's an alien.
Is he
so
like an
an
actual like professor at a university?
Yeah,
like,
he's at Harvard. He's at Harvard. Of course, he's been on.
Or
no, an actual PhD, and he's been on Joe Rogan, so he must be real.
Oh, he must be smart.
The other headline, also space related: Elon Musk's satellites now constantly falling out of the sky.
Great, yeah. What do his satellites do exactly? Do we know? What was this Starlink?
They give internet to the 83% of countries he's worth more than.
Yeah, we don't need more internet. I think we need far less of it.
We don't need things.
We don't need things constantly.
I definitely don't need anything to fall out of the sky.
All right, here's my winner of the week. It's kind of a weird one. All right, just wait for. Okay, hold. Just try to follow this. Non-AI hating Sharpies.
Oh, so people who
Sharpies
hate? No,
I think it's just Sharpies. I just think it's people who use Sharpies.
Okay, Sharpies, yeah.
So, and part of it is that they're just people in the New York City subway station making they're voicing their opinion with Sharpies on college dropout CEOs, horrible tech companies. And this other headline I found, Sharpie found a way to make pens more cheaply by manufacturing them in the United States. I like that, right?
I like that Sharpies are still a thing. Like it's a pen. Like I like that
Sharpies
pens
are great.
Still a thing. I love Sharpies.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. Who's your winner?
My winner is Patagonia's CEO.
Okay. I bet the Patagonia CEO uses a nice Sharpie.
Does he?
A non-AI Sharpie, right there.
His name is Ryan Gellert.
But is it an AI hating? Are all Sharpies AI hating, or only when you use that Sharpie to hate on AI?
They have to be used. They have to be used.
But the Sharpie itself is non-AI to begin with.
That's
it's just a Sharpie,
as far currently. Right? Yeah, they haven't
just a Sharpie. All right, what do you have?
AI technology.
Patagonia's
CEO said of the climate crisis denialists at a conference this week.
Trump. We're talking about Trump.
He said, quote, "If you step out of a window from the third floor talking about how gravity doesn't exist, you're still going to hit the ground."
Can we test that theory? Can we have Trump step out of a third floor?
Every MAGA climate denialist should get on the third floor and try saying gravity doesn't exist. Yeah.
And do they even know what? Do they think they even know what gravity is? Could they define it?
I'm pretty sure like Isaac Newton was woke, so
that's true.
No, like
Definitely
he was eating apples. That sounds like a vegetarian. Maybe he was a vegan.
I love how short this show is. Can we wrap it up now?
Yeah, predictions. You got any predictions?
I have a very obvious. I'm waiting for the music to play me out. I have a very obvious prediction. Oh no, I guess the music usually goes with you. I'm sorry, I jumped. I'm just so excited to end the show. My prediction is so obvious you can laugh at me. I don't care. Dana Walden will become the new CEO of Disney, and despite her vast experience that makes her a very appropriate CEO, will immediately be called a DEI hire.
Yeah, that's 100% chance.
Immediately.
100% chance. Yeah. All right, my prediction is this is the year that shareholders will vote out directors.
Wait,
at a more than
vote them out, but will they leave the board?
I think they won't leave the board.
They won't leave the board.
I said this
they leave the board.
Vote them out. They'll leave the board maybe later years.
Download this week's proxy countdown because we're going to talk about one of those.
We're going to talk about this. Get proxy
out.
Countdown. Yeah. That's Damian Rallis, Hazelnut Rallis. I'm your analyst, Matt Mascardi. We are Free Float. Come back for Proxy Countdown, our other show. We did a shareholder primacy with Mike Levin and Ann Lipton this week. That went really well. You should go download that. They talked about corporate personhood, and they talked about some other stuff. Super interesting. Come back next week. Until then, goodbye.